Hey folks, Brian here with Southbound Outdoors. Normally this time of year we'd be hanging out at the NWTF Convention, hanging out at our booth, getting to meet people, swap stories, do call demonstrations and things like that. This year we're doing everything virtual, so we thought we'd provide a little video here and provide you with a virtual booth experience. We can demonstrate some of the calls, show you some of the other products that we have, and give you a little bit of guidance on where to go from here. Now, at Southbound Outdoors, we've got a little variety of products. We have turkey calls, we have duck calls, we have various t-shirts and hats as well. So I'm gonna walk through each one real quick. The turkey calls, we make 3 different varieties of pot call. Now these are 2-sided pot calls. They have a top surface and a bottom surface, and you can play both, and they give you different sound profiles. This one I have right here is called the Ripper. It's one that we've had for a couple of years now. This is our classic Ripper. The top surface can be a glass or a slate playing surface. And then the bottom surface, that little circle on the inside, is a slate, and it provides a different sound than the top surface. So you have this nice ripsaw design pattern on the bottom. The sound slots are integrated into the design and provide a great resonance chamber to bring those sounds up and out of the call. I'll do a quick demonstration here. Again, this one is a glass front surface, so it's going to play a little bit higher pitched. You choose a different wood striker for that one. And you can swap over to the back slate surface. It's going to be a little bit deeper sound. It's great for cuts, purrs, and you can do yelps on it as well. So that's the classic Ripper. And one of the new calls we have this year is another 2-sided pot call. This one we call the Spurious. So again, the top surface on the Spurious can be ceramic or aluminum. The bottom surface is another slate side, and then we've integrated these spur designs into the bottom and filled them with acrylic that is a nice pearl luminescence. Gives it a great aesthetic, looks really cool. Sound holes are integrated, and it's got a different resonance chamber than the classic Ripper. So you get a slightly different sound out of it, and it's got a much bigger circle here to help you with making all the right sounds. I'll do a demonstration of this one as well. So this one is a ceramic top surface. And then the slate on the bottom. Again, the slate's going to be a little bit deeper, and that bottom surface is going to give you kind of more of an echo type of resonance to it, but it's great if you just want to cut and purr at those turkeys. So that's our new 2-sided pot call called the Spurious. We have a third one that's still in production at the moment. By the time the convention rolls around, we'll have it out. It's what we call the Deluxe Ripper. So we've taken our classic Ripper design and we've hollowed out some of these blades around the ripsaw pattern, filled it with that same fill that we do on the Spurious. So you get the great aesthetic from the Spurious built into that Ripper. Put the new sound chamber in there, made the circle a little bit wider, just kind of fancied it up some and made it different. So for those of you that have the original Ripper, you want something that's a little bit different, has a different sound chamber, and has a different look to it, look at the Ripper Deluxe. Now each one of our pot calls comes with a striker. We have a variety of wood types on our strikers, from hickory and Brazilian cherry and purple heart. And then we also have a deluxe striker. So this one has a handle and the tip that are made from different wood materials. And we built a conditioning stone into the end of the handle, so that when you're in the field, you're playing your call. If you need to scratch it up real quick, you can just flip the striker over, scratch the call real quick, flip it back over, and go back to playing it. That's the pot calls that we have available. Well, also this year we're introducing some tube calls. These are very simple calls, and they use latex just like a diaphragm call, but you can hand tune these very easily. So this tube call here, nice big open tube. It's got the slot on the back side. You take a piece of latex, lay it over it. It has an O-ring that fits around it, so you can choose the tension that you put on that latex. If you want a deeper sound, put less tension on it. You want a higher pitch sound, put more tension on it. And then you end up with this little slot right here. From the bottom of this call to the latex, there's that little gap. You put your bottom lip in that gap, and you can make all the different turkey sounds that you want. Purr, cluck, kiki, yelps. What I like to do with it, I like to use it as a gobble call, because I can use it and make like a Jake gobble or even an old Tom gobble. And so I might be working the pot calls, making the different hen calls, and then come back with one of these if I want to challenge a tom that's out there with a gobble. So that's the tube calls we have. We have a brown and a black version for those tube calls. So that's the turkey calls that we have this year. Next, real quick, I'll show you the different t-shirt options that we have. So now we've got t-shirts. This one is our Sit the Flock Down shirt. It's got the duck logo integrated into it. It comes in a variety of colors. This one's military green. We've got this indigo blue, which is the one that I'm wearing right now as well. And then a purple one. And these come in adult sizes, small all the way up through XXX. Another t-shirt we've got is the Shut the Cluck Up t-shirt for the turkey hunters. This one's got the turkey design built into the logo. So you can see the turkey flying through the words there, Shut the Cluck Up. This one, again, is available in adult sizes, small all the way up to XXX. And it's in the same colors, purple, indigo blue, military green, and then we've also got this one available in a nice heathered gray color as well. So that's the different t-shirt options we've got, both the Sit the Flock Down for the duck hunters out there and then the Shut the Cluck Up for the turkey hunters. We have a handful of different hat options here. We do have some nice beanie hats. These are very comfortable, stretchy beanies with an embroidered logo on them. And they fit really nice on your head. They're not so tight that they give you a headache all day, but they will stay on your head throughout the day. And so again, it stretches right over, nice and warm. Wear it on the boat ride out to the blind. Wear it when you're sitting in the deer stand in the morning, and then keep your head nice and warm. And it doesn't move around. So I have a lot of beanies that I've worn before that throughout the day as I'm moving around and doing different things, they kind of slide up my head. This one doesn't go anywhere. It sticks right there. Other hats we have, real popular, a couple of trucker hats here. These are not a structured hat. They're very floppy and loose. A lot of people really like that. Super comfy. Got the mesh back on it for wearing all summer long. Velcro closure. We have those available in brown or green. And then we have a variety of different camouflage hat styles as well in different camo patterns. These are Velcro closures on the back as well. These are more structured hats, hold up a little more rigid and a little more warm because they're not the mesh back. All right, last but not least, let's talk about duck calls. Put my lanyard on here and roll through these. So for the southbound duck calls, we have 3 different single reed duck calls and then 1 double reed duck call. I'll do a quick demonstration of one of the calls just to keep this short. So this is our chopper duck call. This is a short barrel single reed duck call. It's real raspy on the low end, gets clear on the top end, and you can do the full range of calls with it. This is a great call if you're hunting timber, marshes, things like that, even all the way up to some small lakes and water like that. I can stay real quiet with it and still get real ducky and raspy, or you can get real loud with it and really holler at them if you want to. So that's the chopper. That's a single reed call. We have a couple of other single reed calls as well. This is a Super Duty. It's a slightly longer barrel, so it stays more clear and not quite as raspy as the chopper. And then we have our GT, which is a much longer barrel call, more of a competition style call with an open tone board and a much larger bore through the middle. This is our dually. It's a double reed call. And as typical with most double reeds, it's going to be a little bit quieter, stay a little bit more ducky, not get that super loud top end like I did with the chopper, but it's a lot more forgiving. So if you're a beginner caller still learning how to call, double reeds are always really good. But even for those of us that have been calling for years and years, it's still a really good call to keep around on your lanyard. It's a good finishing call too for when ducks get in close. That's the dually, the double reed call. This year, we were introducing a couple of whistles. So we've got this new acrylic whistle here. This is made the same kind of acrylic that we have on the duck calls. Variety of colors, clear, antique bottle, green, orange, different color options there. And this whistle has 2 tuning holes in the middle and then a wedge on one end of it that you blow into. And this is the typical 5-in-1 type whistle that you carry around on your lanyard. So you can do mallard drake, widgeon, pintail, teal, wood duck type calls. And then the same here, we have a different whistle this year. This is a 3D printed whistle. We have it available both as a mallard drake head and as a pintail. And this one doesn't have the 2 tuning holes on top. We put the tuning holes in the side. It looks like a duck's head itself. And then it's got the outlet or the exhaust on the bottom of the call. But you can make the same thing, a 5-in-1 type whistle. So those are the different duck calls that we have. Again, they're available in a variety of colors: green, clear, antique bottle, orange, and then the different whistles, along with the t-shirts, hats, and all of our turkey call designs. So hope you enjoy the video. Hope you come check out our website and check out our booth at NWTF, and then give us a holler if you have any questions. Thanks, folks.